Good morning, crap to cream. Just a quick catch up on where I'm up to with the engine test stand. So I've now nearly completed what I need to do to get it to run. However, I'm still held up for the backplate and the flywheel, which are on their way from Merry England. So here we go, here's where I'm up to. So I've now fitted my battery. So that's been fitted and strapped in. The exhaust, I've cut that back now, so that just goes up to there. I just need to put a clamp on that there, and then that'll be good to go. So I'll turn it on. So that's on the earth side, so that anyway. See, all the wiring is now done. I think I showed this in the last one. Put a relay down here. This is for the starter motor relay, and this one here is for the fan. I've got my little red light on here that tells me that the power's on. So up is on this occasion. So I'll start the fuel pump and hopefully you'll be able to hear it. So just briefly, ignition, I won't bother putting that on because you won't hear that. Fan's on. So that works. And then the other one is the engine start, so starter motor. Alright, so everything works, and that turns that off. Now nothing works, obviously. And I can just turn it off on there. So yes, thank goodness for cable ties and riv nuts. They made the job quite considerably easier. I've got to just fasten these down, and the tacho has now done itself so that it's back to zero, and these are just standard. Fitted the thermostat housing, thermostat's inside, standard hose fitted now, so the standard hose for the later MG fitted. I've put a vent on here so that I can use that to vent the cylinder. Not sure how good that'll be, but it's there as a bit of a vent. Then on the other one, yeah, so the standard hose fitted here as well, so that all made up well, and I put a vent on there as well, so I can vent from the top there. So that's all. I need to make this up from here to here. Get a radiator cap, which I've got one in the store in the shed over there, and yeah, got some green coolants. I need to cap this off here, which is the vacuum to the brake servo, so I just need to cap that one off. Fuel filters on now, so everything's pretty well good to go. Just waiting for this flywheel, the backplate, the right backplate and the flywheel to come, and then I can fit them and put them on. So hopefully I don't have to lift the engine off to do that. I'll just be able to put a jack underneath, or I'll be able to put the engine hoist on here and just lift the back of the engine up to put the back plate on. Worst case, I'll take the engine off, and because of the way I've got it now, it's relatively straightforward. So lift it off. Alright, so there, yeah. Unlike cheap and cheerful battery. Sit that on the trickle charger, and that's doing what it needs to do. Alright, I think that's about it. That's all. That's as much of an update as I can give now. Alright, so I'll be in touch when the backplate and the flywheel arrive. Thank you very much indeed for subscribing. If I don't get the backplate and the flywheel, then this will be a video just on its own. If I do get them, I'll add on to the back of this video. But thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for the comments. And yeah, great to get all the feedback that I'm getting. So thank you very much indeed. Bye for now. Good afternoon, crap to cream. So I removed a couple of hydraulic cylinders a couple of weeks ago, and now I've been going through the repair process. So I finished one, which was my practice one, and now I will do this one, which is here, and I will go through how I install it into the cylinder. So you'll see I've fitted a new seal. So I removed the old one by getting some plastic tools in behind here and then lifting it up and off. This is a rider band, so this just keeps the piston in the center of the cylinder. stops the actual metal rubbing on the cylinder itself, and this is a safety stop to stop it going up to the top. So you'll see now I made this. So this is a like a piston ring compression tool. So that goes over the top of this, and then I will pull this over the top of here, and that will then go inside the cylinder threads. Because when I did the first one, I tried to get this through the cylinder threads on the top of the hydraulic cylinder, which is these threads here, which you can hear. So when I did that, I damaged the seal, so I had to throw that one away and I had to get another one. So I made this now. So this is a little skinny little yeah, like a piston ring compression tool. So I did try my other one from the car, but it was too big and too thick. So this is 1.14 millimeters in thickness, this here, and I did the other one with it and it worked a treat. So what I will do now is I will put you over on the table and I will attempt to get this over the top of this lip here, which is quite hard, and then when I've done that, I'll then put it in the cylinder. I get this little blue rag here, this gives me a bit more friction, and I can pull this over and turn at the same time, and then that goes over the top like that. So you can see there. Just put that back there. Alright, so that now is ready to go into the cylinder. So what I'll do is I'll stop for a second while I put the cylinder in the vise, and then I will push this in, or attempt to, because this is still pretty tight on the inside diameter of the threads. Okay, so I'm back now, and I've now put the cylinder into the vise, and I will now attempt to put the hydraulic ram back into here. This little sleeve around the outside still tends to catch a bit on these threads. So I will have to stop now because I have pushed the seal through the outer sleeve, and I'll come right back. Hi there, so I'm back again about 20 minutes later. That was a bit tougher to do than I thought it was going to be. So I've got it in now. I've got the ram into the cylinder, and I've managed to salvage this, but this was a bit tighter on the inside of the threads on this cylinder than it was on the other one. But anyway, it's all in now, and you can check the condition because there's nothing left behind, and it makes a whooshing noise when you push the ram into the cylinders. Tell me there's no air, that the thing hasn't been damaged. And I had to utilise the old windscreen stand again because it's quite heavy, this being a solid bar. But anyway, that's all done now. So what I've got to do now is I have to where is it? Right, so I'll save you the trouble of going through finding what I thought I'd lost but now is found. So this is the cover that goes onto the cylinder. So on the other one, this seal in here got damaged and I cannot find one anywhere. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to machine this out a little bit and put a lip seal in here to stop all the crud and dirt going into the cylinder and the ram and damaging and scratching the ram. So that's what I'm going to do. That's why it's in the lathe here. So I've done the other one, and as you can see there's a bit of a gap here. So I'll take that one off again, and I'll machine it out and put a lip seal in. Also got the radiator cap now, so I've got the radiator cap, so the radiator cap fitted now. All the hoses are all fitted. I'm sure I showed all this before, so it's all, yeah, I'm just waiting for the back plate and the flywheel, to come, and then I can put that all back together again. I'm just waiting to see whether I'm going to lift the engine off or do the back plate in situ. Not sure yet, but anyway, so that'll do for today's little exercise. I'm going to go and stick all these bits and pieces together now, and then I'll put them out on tomorrow at my usual time. Alright, got a Bob event on Sunday, which is a Bonnets open barbecue, which is going to be held at the local MG Car Club rooms, so I'll get some videos up there. That's just to show off what you've restored, people who are going to start on the restoration journey, any hints and tips that people can get and give. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'll do a bit of a video on that on Sunday. Alright, so thank you very much indeed for subscriptions. Thank you very much indeed for the comments, all welcomed. I'll try and respond to them all. I don't think I've got anything else. Don't want to waffle on too much. So yeah, thank you very much for all your contributions and taking the time out to view my videos. Thank you. Bye for now.